Okay, today we're gonna learn how to put the signal heads in the micro simulation. So let me bring the vsim file that we already made last week. This is one. Okay, in here we start creating our signals from here. Before that, let me save this to week 5 instead of 4. No. All right. Okay, let's do it. So this one, we're going to place some signal heads on the network. Before putting in some signal heads into the network, we needed to have some setup. So we go signal control up there, and there's a signal control list. Click, then there's an empty list. So in here, you can see a signal control list and signal groups. You can think signal controller is a one intersection. Okay, each intersection has several signal groups. For example, group 1, 2, 3, 4. Things like that. Okay, so signal controller is regarded as a one intersection. Okay, signal groups is a signal phase. All right, so we add one fixed time signal control, then you can see signal controller. It automatically has a signal control number, and type is a fixed time. Okay, and press OK, and you double click. Okay, and here you can see edit controller data. Then this window pops up. All right, so before we putting some signals here, I want you to see our signal plan first. There you go. This is our signal plan for now. Our cycle time is 100 seconds, and of course we needed to have green time, amber is yellow time, and red time. Okay, so amber is 3 seconds. All red can be 1 second. Sometimes you don't see all red time. You only see green and amber time. That is a phase. Okay, that's just an example. All right, so from west to north, east to south, that is a one phase, and then straight from east to west, that's a second phase, and a third phase from north to south, from north to the east, and then south to the west, and south to north is another phases. So there's no conflict between the phases, right? So just to make sure no conflict at the intersection. That is our signal plan. All right. And yeah. So the first thing we needed to do is each controller, control number 1 here, we can have signal groups. As you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. Again, the signal phases, the signal groups, there can be a lot of different combinations. Okay, for example, let me quickly draw something for you. If I open up this, so for example, if you have this kind of intersection, you can say this one phase 1, okay, which actually represent all the traffic comes from here. Okay, and then second one maybe, which you can go left turn and straight is the second phase, and third phase straight and left turn. So it can be straight left, that's the third one, and going down and left, this one. This can be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So you can make a lot of different combinations, but in our example, is this? It's a different combinations on the signal phases, right? So in here, this example, I just made it up, signal groups like that. But again, you can create very, very different combinations of signal phases or signal groups. Of course, each city, they have their own signal plans, so you can basically follow that signal groups as it is. All right, so we needed to have a signal groups, 4 signal groups, right? So you can plus add 2, 3, 4, because again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 signal groups. Okay, that's signal 1, 2, 3, 4. Then here, as you can see, each signal group, we can have green, amber, red, green, amber, like that. So the reason there are so many sequences of the signal group is because each country has very different the sequence systems. In general, as you can probably see, red, green, amber is very general stuff. But for some specific cases, you can probably find only green and off, or sometimes it's flashing. Okay, sometimes they have. I don't know any of those, but normally that is the one we can choose. So as a default, the minimum duration. In the example, we say amber is 3 seconds and red time is 1 second. So amber, red is 1, amber is 3. Okay, that is a minimum duration. Of course, you can change these minimum durations as it is. And number 2, number 3, number 4, you can change everything's red, green, amber. Okay, you can create you can delete each group, and here you can duplicate the previous signal group. So then you can just change this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can do whatever you want, but all have the same values here. Okay, and all the way down, and you go signal program plus, then you plus, then you can have this plan, right? This case, we need some information of this. I say if you add up this number, it's gonna be 100 seconds, right? So our cycle time is actually 100 seconds. All right, then it increases from 60 seconds to 100 seconds. All right, then let's just say it starts to start from 1 to 20, nearly 20 seconds. And you click the first signal group, and you can see the finger icon on green band. And if you go to the edge of the band, okay, you can see the icons changed. Then you drag your with the left mouse button, you can drag this bar. So for example, here we have a 20 seconds of green time. You can probably say like 20 seconds, and you have 3 seconds amber, and here second amber, and 1 second the all red time, and 40. Okay, 40, and this one amber, and 1 second read time, 20. So that 20 means sorry, it's going to be 60. So here this one should be 60, 60 and then 80. You can even drag in this way, so it can go 80. All right, and drag it down, and at the end, things like that. Okay, then you can assign the signal heads to each signal group in a way there's no conflicts at the intersection. All right, this is the way we can create signal group. Right, then you press X. It's saying, do you want to save the changes? Yes. Then here program number 1 is the one we just created. Signal program number 1. Okay, so this program signal number 1 is assigned here because we put it in a 1. So for example, if you can have another signal group, signal programs, so maybe you can say this one is AM peak and this one is a PM peak. It can happen, right? So for example, the PM, maybe cycle time is changed to 120. You can drag it, yeah, like that. I don't know, it's just an example. I just made it very quickly, made up the signal plan. Yeah, things like that. Okay, you happy with this? And you save it, then you can change to, then it captures the PM signal time. All right, this is what it is. So press OK. Then our signal controller setting is ready. All right, it's here our signal controller has 4 signal groups. All right, let's place our signal heads based on our example. So let's say from here left to the north, south, west to the north, east to the south, which is a turning left. Sorry, left. So this one, all right? So here, signal head, the process is the same. You press the signal head to make it activate, and press your link and control right click. Then the signal head is replaced, places here like that. Then this window pops up. Then you can say we have signal group. We have 4 groups, right? So the 1-1 means it's 1 is a signal control. We have only 1 signal control at the moment. So 1-1, 2, 3, 4, but we have 1, 1. Okay, all right. Then this left turn, which is this one. Left click to activate it. Control, hold control, right click. Signal group 1. All right. Then this left turn here, that left turn is assigned to this phase 1. Okay. Second one is straight. So with a straight, control second group. Okay, and as you might guess, you press the control, then you can see the plus icon, and you can copy and paste. All right, again, you should have here as well, right? So press place. Because this is the right turn, so it should allow that, all right? So there's only 2. All right. Okay. So this is the now the group 2, and signal group 3 going down and to the right. so which is here, going down and to the right. So we place here, and group number 3, press OK, Control, copy and paste. All right, and here straight and left, which is here. So right click, 4, press OK, and like that. Okay, I just copy and paste it. All right, so maybe it's a bit confusing for you because it doesn't show any text. Then you go signal head, you press this, it says a toggle label visibility. Okay, so you press this toggle, okay, then you can see the labels. At the moment, labels are the number, okay, the head number, signal head number. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, things like that. But here you can probably say I wanted to see signal groups. Signal groups. Press OK. Then you can see 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 1-4, 3, 1, 2. So it's a 1. That's good. And straight line number 2. That's good. Number 3, number 4. Okay, that looks all good. All right. So this is how we place the signal. So let's run. If the simulator runs correctly. So okay, there's no such a conflict. Straight line is alright because the left turn stopped, and this one goes okay, and that one goes okay. Now there's some problems here, right? So some traffic's using this line to go through. So that's the things we needed to change something. Or maybe you can replace the signal here and then play again. This is completely blocked for time being. So you observe is still something wrong here, right? There's a red in the red bar, vehicles keeps crossing. Why? Control A. And here somehow this one, let's place this one a little bit behind and run it. Let's see how it works now. Red. Okay, it stopped now. That's good. That's because last time I already explained to you guys, when we create a link, you see there is a little overlapping each other here between here, this one as well, between link and connector. So the best way is we don't really have any significant overlapping. This one as well. So we needed to move a little bit back, and there's no such overlapping. You can probably see many of those still have a lot of overlapping, so you can move a little bit back in a way. There's no overlaps each other, so that gives us better modeling techniques. How about that now? So it looks, I believe it looks all okay now. Right, green light, left turn is alright, straight turn looks okay. So yeah, this is the way we can check whether our signal head is alright or not. Okay. All right. In the flipped class, actually this is the all, and I think in in class time, I wanted to share you how to do with a signal, stage-based signal. So the signal has got many different ways, but this is the very basic one. So for example, yeah, let's see, have a look, together. Then the VSIM manual. There have a signal. from the top. Control F. Signal control. It's saying 36. Right here, under the signal controllers, there is a basic and advanced one. So what we have just done is actually the very basic one. So fix the time signal controllers. Later, we're gonna do the VSIG and VSVAB as well. That is some advanced version. It's interesting, but it takes some time to make you guys understand. So I wanted to have this one in class. In ways, if you are not sure about it, you can have a lot of questions around it. But in this video, I really wanted you guys understand how to do with this basic signal controllers too. Here, there's some ways of doing this. For example, look at that. In VSIM, within the VSIM, there are many ways you can control the signals using called VSIG signal control and VAB controller, VSVAB, balance and epics, and ring barrier control. I think you guys might studied ring barrier controller in the undergrad level as well. So these guys, I think, you can do within the VSIM. And also there are many other ways to control the signal by putting the add-on module, which we called external signal controllers. So currently, you can control the signals using all these guys. All right, we already have the license, but if you wanted to do other signal controllers, we need the extra add-on module. Okay, so for example, the SCAT is very famous for the signal controllers widely used in Australia. Okay, and the SCOOT is also the signal control widely used in UK. All right, so Siemens is a German company, as you guys know. So each countries and cities have their own signal controller ways. Then we can add all these guys a module into the micro simulation. All right. So yeah, Lisa is a German signal controller's way. So in Korea, we don't use any of those. Okay, you don't use any of those, but we use many times the ring barriers controller because that is the one of the popular signal logics. And if you wanted to have something actuated signal controllers, which means the signal phases, screen time, keeps changing based on the number of vehicles on the direction. Okay, then we needed to use VAB controllers and VSVAB stuff. Okay, and this one, if we wanted to optimize our signal control, then balance and epic is the very good signal controllers. Okay, those are the things we're going to learn this week and maybe even next week as well. Let's have a look something more technical understanding of signals. That's the introduction of the signals, and if there is any good literatures, that's the way of modeling signals. Yeah, it doesn't really have it, but let's have a look at the manual also, together. It should help you. Yeah, I think somehow my computer goes very slow. There we go. Yeah, I think somehow the manual is a very blur. It takes some time to. All right, there you go. Here, yeah, from modeling signal controller, it is a 591 page. We've got many fixed time controls and actuated controls with the data files. We go all the way down. This is how we do it in an actuated control. That's the things we're going to learn. Don't worry about it, guys. And then we have a signal groups and signal head. That's the one I just showed you, and also I showed you how to define the signal heads and this and that. That's the way you can go. That's the things that you've already seen this in this video. And of course, there are many parameters in it. The definition of parameters, please have a look. But there are the many parameters are already very intuitive. Okay, you don't really need to read it through. But if you're more interested in what parameters it does exactly, please read it through all this explanation of the parameters. And then going down, and there's a 3D modeling, because now in Vissim, if you go 3D, the signal just looks like the bar here, right? It's not pretty, it's not fancy. So there's a way that 3D traffic signals you can put it in. Let me just try it, because I really haven't done this for a long time, because this is a just the visualization. So maybe 3D control and the right click and have a window pops up, signal mask, and here we have some signal heads. There are many more different types of signal heads, but in here there must be some ways we can change the signal heads as well. Add signal heads, add signs, add lights. Okay, that's a signal. That's a 3 lens circular, but there are, as you can see, there are so many different signal layouts you can choose. All right, there are many. So our case, maybe 3 lanes and red amber. Oh, this can be, no, that's not enough. 3 lanes. Sorry, 3 lanes. Circular, that's very basic stuff, right? And that's vertical. If you wanted to have a horizontal one, that is more general in Korea, and that is horizontal one. You can choose, and also controller data. You can also say, well, that's a signal number 1, okay, and you press OK. Then, as you can see, you can place signals. You can also move around these signals. Yeah, I haven't really used these signals for a long time, so my control is pretty bad. But there must be a way. Press. Activate this one, and how can I move around? Yeah, that's the things that we needed to see the manual. So for example, the 3D traffic signals, defining signals, that's okay. And here, there, we can create signals, this and that, and how to move these signals. You can probably see adding 3D signal heads, attributes of it. Editing. I think that's the thing. Rotate, I don't know, this is confusing, but here maybe you can move around in here, right? Control D, it moved, right, like that. And if you wanted to copy it's no problem. And you can even rotate. They should be able to, rotate. Alt, you hold Alt, you can rotate it. So if I place like that, and this is a very good way. No, it looks okay. I don't know, it looks okay, it looks ugly, still very ugly, but this is the way. You can always change. You wanted to maybe change, these are signals as well, because they're making this nice little street, the street lights as well. You can put in the street lights here as well. I don't know, for design, I'm pretty bad at it. You can have a bar in it, in the arm. You can add the signal. Of course, you can have a horizontal signals if you like. So, and you can move around, I guess. Maybe it's a relative position. Let's just say it's a 3 or 4, then it goes there. That's the very intuitive to control the signal. So this is way that you can control the signal, and you can have a pretty, nice looking signals if you wanted to have. Still, it doesn't look pretty good, but maybe like that. It looks much, it can be better looking, I guess. So if you drive it through, then you have some signals like that. Right, that's it. But that's not that important for your modeling purpose, but this is all the cosmetic purpose. But if you wanted to make a very nice, 3D visualization at the end, that's the things you also wanted to do it. All right, thank you for watching it. And this Thursday, I'm gonna show you how to do with this stage based. And if you have some time, then maybe next week, and you have some actuated signal controls as well. All right, thank you very much.